Anna is a woman who has always lived by the rules. Growing up in a modest household, she has learned to be independent, hardworking, and resilient. Working as a tour guide in the bustling city, she is constantly on the move, meeting new people, and showing them the beauty of the city's history. But deep down, Anna feels something missing in her life. The bustling noise of the city, her endless tours, and the smile she wears for her clients can't mask the loneliness she feels. She's yearning for love, but has built walls around her heart after a past relationship left her broken. Meanwhile, Robert is a successful architect, a man of few words, but whose designs speak volumes. He's known for his keen eye, his ability to turn visions into reality, and his professionalism. But behind the facade of success and sophistication is a man haunted by grief. Years ago, Robert was madly in love with a woman named Sabrina, but she tragically disappeared from his life, leaving him emotionally wrecked. Since then, he has closed himself off from love, convinced that no one could ever take Sabrina's place in his heart. Robert throws himself into his work, thinking that success will numb the pain. But every achievement feels hollow without someone to share it with. Their lives seem destined to remain separate, two people with different paths, different wounds. But fate has other plans. One sunny afternoon, while guiding a group of tourists, Anna bumps into a tall, brooding man who seems lost in his thoughts. It's a fleeting encounter, nothing more than a moment of polite apologies and shared glances. But something about him lingers in Anna's mind. She watches as he walks away, his broad shoulders disappearing into the crowd, and wonders why she felt a strange pull toward him. She shakes it off, reminding herself that she doesn't have time for fantasies. On the other hand, Robert is slightly annoyed by the bump, but as he looks at Anna's kind eyes, there's a moment of familiarity, a flash of something that stirs a part of him he's long buried. Yet he quickly dismisses the feeling and continues to the architectural conference he's attending. He doesn't believe in signs or fate. Those notions disappeared the day Sabrina left. But that brief interaction between Anna and Robert plants a seed of curiosity in both of them. Neither knows the other's name, and they don't expect to see each other again. Yet, that moment sticks with them like a soft whisper at the back of their minds. Days pass, and life resumes its usual pace. Anna continues guiding tours, keeping her heart guarded, while Robert buries himself in his architectural projects. However, life throws Robert a curveball in the form of a little girl named Angela. Angela is a bright, lively child with a smile that could melt even the coldest of hearts. She's been in Robert's life for some time now, ever since Sabrina's disappearance. Sabrina had entrusted her best friend to care for Angela, but in a twist of fate, Angela ended up in Robert's care, believing him to be her father. At first, Robert struggles with the idea of fatherhood. He's never been the paternal type, and his heart is still locked away with memories of Sabrina. But Angela has a way of drawing him in. She's innocent, loving, and curious, and Robert finds himself slowly warming up to her, despite his initial hesitation. Angela begins to fill a void in Robert's life, reminding him of the importance of love and connection. She's a constant reminder that life goes on, even after the most devastating losses. Slowly but surely, Robert finds himself caring for Angela, her laughter and joy becoming a small source of happiness in his otherwise somber world. One day, Angela's nanny suggests hiring a tutor to help with her education. The suggestion seems reasonable, and Robert agrees, hoping that a tutor will keep Angela engaged while he works. As fate would have it, Anna is recommended for the job. When Anna first meets Angela, she's immediately drawn to the girl's bubbly personality and kind spirit. They bond instantly, and Anna feels a sense of fulfillment she hasn't felt in a long time. When Anna arrives at Robert's house for the first time, she's taken aback when she recognizes him as the man from the encounter weeks earlier. Robert, too, is surprised to see Anna at his doorstep. There's an unspoken tension between them, a flicker of recognition in their eyes. But they remain professional, each pretending that their first meeting didn't stir something in their hearts. As the days go by, Anna becomes more involved in Angela's life, tutoring her and spending time with her. She adores Angela's curious nature, and finds herself growing attached to the little girl. At the same time, her interactions with Robert grow more frequent. Though he remains reserved, Anna begins to see glimpses of the man beneath the cold exterior. A man who is haunted by loss, but who also has the capacity for love. Robert continues to keep his distance from Anna, reluctant to let anyone into his heart. But as he watches her with Angela, he begins to soften. There's something about Anna's kindness and patience that resonates with him. She's different from anyone he's ever met, unassuming, genuine, and caring. One evening, after a long day at work, Robert finds himself sitting with Anna and Angela as they go over one of Angela's lessons. The sight of them together stirs something deep within him. For a moment, he allows himself to imagine what life could be like if he allowed himself to feel again, to open up to the possibility of love. But the memory of Sabrina lingers like a ghost. Robert has never fully dealt with his grief, and the idea of moving on feels like a betrayal. He wonders if he'll ever be able to let go of the past, or if he's doomed to live in the shadow of his lost love forever. One night, after Angela has gone to bed, Robert and Anna share a quiet moment in the kitchen. It's a simple conversation, nothing groundbreaking, but there's an intimacy to it that surprises them both. They talk about life, about love, about their fears and hopes. Robert listens to Anna's stories about her past relationships, and he feels a pang of recognition. She's been hurt too, and she's guarded her heart just as fiercely as he has. Anna, for her part, can sense that Robert is struggling with something deep. She doesn't push him, but she offers quiet understanding. She knows what it's like to be afraid of love, to fear the pain that comes with opening your heart. Yet, she also knows that love is worth the risk, that it has the power to heal even the deepest wounds. Over time, their connection deepens. It's subtle, small moments of shared laughter, a lingering glance, a brush of hands, but it's undeniable. Robert finds himself drawn to Anna in ways he didn't think possible. She's brought light into his life, a warmth he hasn't felt in years. And Anna, too, feels the stirrings of something new. She's falling for Robert, even though she knows his heart is still tethered to Sabrina. She wonders if there's a future for them, or if Robert will always be held back by the ghost of his past. These early chapters explore the deep emotional journeys of Anna and Robert as they begin to break down the walls they've built around their hearts. Their growing bond with Angela creates a foundation of love and trust, but lingering grief and hesitation still threaten their chance at happiness. As they continue to navigate their feelings, the question remains: will they find the courage to embrace a new beginning, or will their pasts keep them apart? Anna finds herself more and more entwined in Robert's world. What started as tutoring Angela has evolved into something much more significant. As weeks pass, Anna feels the walls around Robert begin to crumble, and their quiet moments together are no longer just polite exchanges, but a genuine connection. Robert is a man who guards his heart fiercely, but there is something about Anna's warmth that chips away at his icy exterior. Angela adores Anna, and the little girl's affection for her tutor is undeniable. Every time Anna walks into the room, Angela's eyes light up and her giggles fill the air. Watching the bond between the two of them stirs something deep inside Robert. He had always thought he could live his life without love, without letting anyone get too close. But seeing how Anna brings joy into Angela's life, and even into his own, makes him question whether it's time to open up his heart again. One evening, Robert finds himself sitting on the porch after a long day. The stars twinkle above, and the soft breeze carries the scent of jasmine. He is lost in thought, reflecting on how different his life has become since Anna entered it. Just as he is about to retreat into the house, Anna joins him, sitting beside him quietly. They sit in comfortable silence for a few moments, both appreciating the stillness of the night. "I've been thinking a lot lately," Robert begins, his voice low and uncertain. "About my life, about the choices I've made." His gaze drifts to Anna, who listens attentively. "After Sabrina left, I didn't think I'd ever be able to let anyone in again." Anna looks at him, her heart aching for the pain he's carried for so long. It's hard to move on from something like that, she says gently, understanding the weight of his words. But you don't have to face everything alone. Robert turns to face her, his eyes searching hers for reassurance. I don't know if I'm ready, but being around you, seeing the way you care for Angela, it's made me realize that maybe I'm ready to try. A soft smile spreads across Anna's face, her heart swelling with hope. We don't have to rush anything, she whispers. Just take things one step at a time. And so, slowly but surely, Robert allows himself to open up to Anna. Their relationship blossoms in a way neither of them expected. Their shared moments become more frequent, filled with laughter, teasing, and quiet companionship. Angela, ever perceptive, senses the shift in their relationship and starts teasing them playfully. Are you two going to get married? She asks innocently one day, causing both Anna and Robert to blush. Despite their growing feelings, both Robert and Anna are cautious. There are still fears lingering in the background. Robert's fear of losing someone he loves again, and Anna's fear of being hurt. But with each passing day, they realize that the connection they share is worth fighting for. One weekend, Robert decides to take a spontaneous trip to the countryside with Anna and Angela. He wants to escape the hustle of the city and enjoy some quiet time with the two people who have become most important to him. They drive to a beautiful estate surrounded by fields of flowers and rolling hills. The air is fresh, and the beauty of the place brings a sense of peace to all of them. During their stay, Robert finds himself more relaxed than he has been in years. He watches as Angela runs through the fields with Anna, her laughter ringing in the air like music. The sight of the two of them together fills him with a deep sense of contentment, and for the first time in a long time, he feels a sense of wholeness, a sense that perhaps he can have the family and love he never thought possible. One evening, as the sun sets and the sky is painted with hues of pink and orange, Robert and Anna find themselves sitting together by a quiet lake. Angela is nearby, playing with wildflowers and making daisy chains. Do you ever think about the future? Anna asks, her voice soft and thoughtful as she watches the sunset reflect on the water. Robert nods, glancing at her with a smile that reaches his eyes. Ido, especially lately. Anna's heart flutters. And what do you see? Robert takes a deep breath, then reaches out to take her hand in his. The touch is gentle, but it sends a spark through both of them. I see you, he says simply. And Angela, I see us together. Anna's breath catches in her throat. For so long, she's been afraid to dream of a future with someone, afraid of being hurt again. But sitting here, with Robert holding her hand and the warmth of his words surrounding her, she realizes that she doesn't have to be afraid anymore. I see that too, she whispers, her eyes brimming with unshed tears of joy. Robert smiles, leaning in closer until their foreheads are touching. I've been thinking, he says, his voice steady, about how much you've changed my life. I was so afraid to let someone in, but you've shown me what love can be. And I don't want to waste another moment without telling you how much I care about you. Anna's heart swells with emotion, and she feels a tear slip down her cheek. Robert, I feel the same. I never thought I'd find love like this again, but with you it feels right. At that moment, Robert knows what he has to do. He stands up, pulling Anna with him, and with the last rays of the setting sun bathing them in a golden glow, he drops to one knee. Anna gasps, her hand flying to her mouth as her heart races. Anna, Robert begins, his voice thick with emotion. I never thought I'd have a second chance at love. But you've made me believe that it's possible. You've brought light into my life, and you've given Angela and me a sense of family. I love you with all my heart, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me? Tears stream down Anna's face as she nods, unable to speak. Yes, she finally whispers, her voice trembling with joy. Yes, Robert, I'll marry you. Angela, who has been watching from a distance, runs over, her face beaming with excitement. Did you say yes? She asks eagerly, her eyes wide with happiness. Anna laughs through her tears and scoops Angela into her arms. Yes, sweetheart, I said yes. The three of them embrace, their laughter filling the air, and at that moment, all the fears, the doubts, and the pain of the past seem to melt away. They are a family now, bound not by blood but by love, and they know that no matter what challenges the future may bring, they will face them together. The wedding is a small, intimate affair held a few months later at the same estate where Robert proposed. The sun shines brightly on their special day, and as Anna walks down the aisle toward Robert, she feels an overwhelming sense of peace and happiness. She's no longer afraid of the future because she knows that with Robert and Angela by her side, she can face anything. As they exchange vows, promising to love and cherish each other for the rest of their lives, there isn't a dry eye in the room. And when they share their first kiss as husband and wife, it feels like the culmination of everything they've been through. The heartache, the healing, the love that blossomed between them. Their journey has been one of love, loss, and second chances. But in the end, they found their happily ever after, not in grand gestures or perfect moments, but in the quiet, steady love they share every day. And as they embark on this new chapter of their lives together, they know that the best is yet to come. Hope you enjoyed this story. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel. Your participation is essential so that we can continue to bring you more incredible stories. Share it with your friends to help our channel grow. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.